Right, this is the original version of the PlayStation 4. Now we know it's the original version because we got this cover on here, and also, turn it over here, we've got 1, 2, 3 screws there, okay? Screws, okay, using Torx T8. From either side here, underneath, pull it out, okay? There we go. Okay. Blu-ray drive, fan, power supply, Wi-Fi antenna, okay? The power supply out. You want to use two, three. Let's get these two out. Big fat screwdriver. Lift it up. Okay. This down here to the board, pull the plug out. First of all, excuse me, this one comes out first. Press down on the contacts, pull it out. On the motherboard, press down the contacts, pull it out. That's got to be the first one. Got to be done in this order. Connected to the motherboard, that's got to come out of there. Then we want to remove this screw here, this screw and this screw here. There is normally a little screw there as well that needs to come out with your crosshead screwdriver. And also there's normally a Torx screwdriver just in there. Make sure that comes out as well. Pull that across. This drive then just lifts out, okay? Put the console aside and we're left with just the drive. To change the laser, we've got the drive out. We've got to take this metal cover off first. It's covering up the circuit board. There's a screw there. One screw over here. And that comes out. These 3 connectors have got to come out as well. So just pull that one out. This one's got a clip, and that clip has got to come up like that. Pull that one out, and this one just pulls out. That screw there, that screw, and that screw there have got to come out. Sure, there should be a screw there. That's got to come out as well. Normally helps to remove this screw off here as well, and this one here. So that board's loose now. We can now get inside into the drive. We need to pull this plastic piece up. Be careful though, because it's attached to the drive. Underneath it's attached to the laser in there. Okay, get your finger in and pull up, and that will pull the laser mechanism out. Okay, you can put your drive aside for a second, and there's the laser. First thing to do, if it's your own console, what I would do, if it's not reading the discs properly, look at the laser eye there. You want to check that it hasn't got any dust on it at all, or it's covered in any kind of crap. So what I would do is, you get your cold clean spray, and you get some kitchen towel. Spray the kitchen towel, not the laser, and get on there onto the laser eye and give it a good clean. Get your fingernail in, but don't watch you don't scratch it, but get onto there and give it a good old give it a good old rubbing, okay, and clean that. Very often this can solve your problem if it's not reading the discs, okay, and that will save you having to buy a laser as well. So give it a good clean. Make sure this is rotating okay. Make sure this cable is inserted okay. If you do have to replace the laser, what you need to do is obviously order a laser from Amazon, eBay, wherever you want. You've got to undo the clip here for this connector. So this black clip here needs to be pushed upwards. So with your finger, push it up, and then this clip just falls open like that. Okay, that connector comes off. So normally you would buy the mechanism like this. Then this connector here, the blue side, has got to go into here. So push the laser down to the bottom end down here. Push the connector up, and we want to feed this. This can be tricky as well. This needs to feed into there, and then once it's fed in there, you've got to, with your other hand, push the black connector down, and there you go, it's in. That then folds down onto there like that. Okay, then we can grab the drive. Just move the board for a second. That round turntable is going to go there. So these 4 screws go onto these 4 screws here. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Make sure these are in place. This goes down on there. Make sure this fits properly. Okay, you want this to fit underneath this lip here. Board goes back onto there, fits onto these clips here. Okay, then you want to put the connectors back in. Start with this one, push it in, not too far, that's as far as it needs to go. The clip needs to come up on this one. Push this one into there and fold the clip down over it. Okay, same with this one here. Blue side up. Going to go into this connector here. Be careful, don't force it. There it goes. Okay, there we go. Right. Now that that's down, we'll put these screws back into here. Oopsie-daisy. One there, one there, one there, one there. First thing to do is to test the laser before you put it all back together. So what I would recommend is you can leave this metal cover off while you're testing it. It should be okay. So put the screws back in. And once the console has been tested, then you can get back into the console, put this back onto here like that. That's right. Screw goes in there, screw goes in there, screw goes in there. Okay, but just for testing it out, you might want to put a screw in there just to hold the board down while you're testing it out. Okay, so you could put one down here. Put the drive back into the console. What I normally do for testing is I normally just put one screw back in. So we're going to go for the Bluetooth connector there. Going to just put that corner in. That holds that down. Actually, that's supposed to be thread underneath this, really, underneath there. Right, so this connector goes back in first of all onto the board. Push that one in. Then this connector goes back in. Board first, here second. Okay. put the power supply back in, put the screws back in, and then you're okay to test it. You can put the back cover on, take it to your monitor, test it out. If it's working okay, you can come back, you can open it back up, take the power supply out, put the metal cover back on, put the screws back in, and away you go.